I have a few questions for everyone. I want to kind of figure out who's here. So what I can do is I can start to, and those of you that have maybe seen me a couple times here, or you've seen my video, what you'll realize is I'm kind of very open about search and how search works, and I want you all to really get a lot from your time here. So I want to get an idea of who's here so that we can really start to tailor this presentation to your needs so that hopefully everybody here walks out with something that they see a value instead of me just getting through all my slides and leaving people scratching their heads. So just by show of hands, so I can kind of tailor where we go and what we're doing, how many of you here are involved more in B2C versus B2B? B2C folks to consumers? Any B2B folks? Okay, got a couple. Good. How many of you are like individuals that kind of do your own affiliate stuff? Good. And how many are people from companies? Okay. Not to say individuals can't have companies, but I think you know what I mean. How many of you are do-it-yourselfers? You're kind of doing SEO yourself, figuring it all out? Good. And how many of you have hired somebody to do it for you? Okay, that's good. And really quick, let's see if I can get this. Does anybody know what picture this is from or where this is from? You got it. When you, what's your name? Debbie. When you leave, grab one of my cards. You can call me for an hour. I'll give you an hour of free consulting purely on your website. All right, because I absolutely love New Orleans, and other people that love New Orleans get freebies from me. So make sure you get my card and give me a ring. All righty. I might throw a couple more of those in, so hopefully we'll stay sharp. For those of you that are doing SEO yourself, how many of you would consider yourself to be a beginner? That's okay. We all had to start there once. Good. How many of you are a little bit more advanced? Okay. And advanced, that's such a relative term. All right. And then how many of you have seen me before, seen my video before? Okay. Because what I'm also trying to do is I don't want to go over some of the same stuff I've already gone through that you've already seen, if enough people here have already seen me before. So, for those of you that have seen me, you'll realize that it's really about you, it's not about me at all. So I've got a couple of things that I feel would be very useful for us to go through today. Here's the 5 of them. By show of hands, who thinks they would like to start with number 1, dealing with keywords? See, I think most of you should raise your hands on that, because you know what? You target the wrong keywords, doesn't matter what you rank well for. You're not going to get any sales. So that one's usually pretty big. That's why I put it at the top. How your site is developed, or the architecture, the programming behind the site. Okay, that's good. How to account for what search is actually doing for you from an ROI perspective. That's not okay as much. The threshold between when you decide to stop doing this yourself versus when you hire someone or outsource it. And the coolest linking strategy you ever saw, baby. That's what I figured. All right. What we'll probably do based on show of hands is we'll start with 5, go to 1 and 2, and then we'll try to get to 3 and 4 if we have time. Once again, if you leave here without certain questions you had for search answered, and assuming that we don't run out of time, that's on you. Because you can ask everything, and if I can answer it, I've been doing search for 9 years, and like basically only search for 9 years. So a lot of this stuff is just sitting at the top of my head. All you gotta do is ask the question, and if you stump me, that means you got a really good one. The only rule that I have is, I'm gonna try to answer your question. If it's something that no one else here is really experiencing, we're gonna kind of have to give you a quick answer, and then maybe we'll meet up at the party later, at the bar, or whatever, and we can talk about it in a little more depth then. It's just a way to be respectful to everybody else that's invested their time to come here as well. So what you're going to notice is I'm not going to follow my slides. I'm going to jump all over the place based on this priority. And we're going to start with the coolest link strategy ever, which is actually towards the end.